This woman literally pretended to be asleep in my airplane seat and thought I'd just walk away. Okay, Reddit, I need to share this absolutely wild airplane encounter because I'm still processing the sheer audacity of this woman. So, I'm flying to a marketing conference last month, right? It's one of those industry flights where literally everyone on the plane works in digital marketing. I'm walking down the aisle with two senior colleagues from my company. Let's call them Janet and Mike. They're doing their usual networking thing, stopping every 2 seconds to chat with someone they know from LinkedIn. I finally break away from their schmooze fest and head to my assigned seat, 12C, aisle seat, because I have the bladder of a small child and refuse to climb over people all flight. And there she is. This woman, maybe early 30s, sitting in my seat. But here's the thing. She's not just sitting there casually scrolling her phone like a normal seat mix-up. No, no, no. This woman has committed to a performance. She's wearing these massive designer sunglasses, indoors on a plane at 2 p.m. She's got studio quality headphones on. Her hands are perfectly folded in her lap, like she's posing for a meditation app ad. Head tilted back against the headrest in this exaggerated, "I'm sleeping, please don't disturb me" pose. The plane is still boarding. Like, half the passengers haven't even found their seats yet, and this woman is out here method acting as Sleeping Beauty. Excuse me, I say politely. Nothing. Not even a twitch. Excuse me, I think you're in my seat. Still nothing. At this point, there's a line of annoyed passengers building behind me because I'm blocking the aisle. I gently tap her shoulder. Nothing. Tap again. Nothing. I tap her shoulder 6 times before she finally does this dramatic slow awakening routine. Like she's emerging from a deep, peaceful slumber instead of obviously listening to me this whole time. She slides one side of her headphones off and blinks at me slowly behind those ridiculous sunglasses. Hi, I think you're in my seat, I say, showing her my boarding pass. She points to her headphones and shrugs with both hands like, sorry, can't hear you. You could try taking them off? I suggest. She just stares at me like I've asked her to perform surgery. So, I hold up my boarding pass right in front of her face and point to the seat number. She does this exaggerated, oh, like she finally understands what I've been trying to communicate for the past 5 minutes. But instead of getting up and moving to her actual seat, this woman tucks her knees in about half an inch. I'm not kidding, half an inch, and gestures for me to squeeze past her to get to the middle seat. I stood there for a hot second considering whether to give her the crotch view or the ass view as I squeezed by. But then I thought absolutely not. I'm not rewarding this nonsense. So I said, loud enough for nearby passengers to hear, I'm not the one getting in, you are. Y'all. This woman immediately deflated like a punctured balloon. She grabbed her designer bag and slunk over to the window seat without saying a word. The guy behind me in line gave me a thumbs up as he passed by. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. After takeoff, she taps my shoulder. I'd be happy to switch seats with you if you want, she says, all sweet and helpful. I politely decline, because why the hell would I want the window seat when I specifically paid for aisle? But I can tell she's fishing for something because Janet and Mike are sitting across from me and we're chatting about work stuff. Professional talk, but friendly. About an hour later, she taps my shoulder again. My offer extends to your friends too, she says, with this little smirk. I just chuckle and say sure. Because I immediately know what she's doing. She's trying to establish that she's someone important in the industry. Like she's so generous and well-connected that she can offer seat upgrades to us peasants. So I casually mention this whole interaction to Janet and Mike. You know what they do? They both pull out their phones and start going through LinkedIn, conference attendee lists, industry contacts. They're determined to figure out who this woman is. Nothing. They'd never heard of her. Janet knows literally everyone in West Coast digital marketing and was drawing a complete blank. But wait, it gets better. An hour later, she taps my shoulder again. Have you asked your friends about switching seats yet? No, I say. Could you please ask them? Sure, I say in the same lighthearted tone. This exact conversation happened 4 more times over the 6-hour flight. Same script every time. She'd ask if I'd talk to my colleagues. I'd say no. She'd ask me to please ask them. I'd say sure. By the third repeat, Janet and Mike were trying not to laugh every time she'd tap my shoulder. It was like she was stuck in some kind of NPC dialogue loop. The best part? I never saw this woman at the actual conference. Not at any panels, networking events, nowhere. Janet kept joking that she was going to introduce me as the woman who conquered the seat stealer if we ran into her. I think she was either completely new to the industry and trying to fake importance, or she was someone's plus one who wanted to seem more connected than she actually was. Either way, the fake sleeping thing was next level manipulative. She was banking on me being too polite to cause a scene. The second I was willing to call her out publicly, her whole act crumbled. Edit. People are asking what I think her endgame was. Honestly, I think she wanted to be the generous industry insider who graciously helped out the little people with better seats. Maybe she thought Janet and Mike would be so impressed they'd want to network with her. Edit 2. A surprising number of you have DM'd me similar airplane stories. Apparently, fake sleeping to steal seats is more common than I thought. One person said they watched someone do this exact routine, then immediately wake up and move when a flight attendant approached. Edit 3. For those asking, this was a flight to the Digital Marketing World Conference in Vegas. And yes, the industry really is as full of networking vultures as you'd expect. Update. I posted this story on LinkedIn anonymously, obviously, and 3 different people reached out saying they think they know who this was based on the description. Apparently, she's somewhat notorious for this kind of behavior at industry events. The digital marketing world is smaller than you think. People